You become a good rider for your horse, so that when I'm gone, you have that knowledge. Now, if I set the horses up for you and I ride them for you, then you're stuck, okay? Because you'll be thrilled with the feeling, but I created the feeling. But remember, I have not sat on your horse. I may have given you the information, but you have done all of it, so you are capable of doing it, yeah? And it doesn't have to be perfect, and it may not be exactly the same, but if you manage to get it, 80% is good, okay? When I come back, it will then be 80% better than even that. And then if I come back, it'll be 80% better again. And by the end of the year, you'll have achieved more than you ever dreamed. You've already achieved more than you've dreamed, because the way you rode yesterday and the way your horse went, you can't expect more. You know, you can't expect more at the moment. Just keep the neck more of a rainbow shape, remember at the beginning. So remember that even when you get, and this is good that it's being videoed, because you're probably now going to be listening to this in March or April or something, and you'll be listening to this video, and you must remember that these horses need a rainbow shape at the beginning, okay? You're checking the straightness. You're checking that the neck is soft and over. You're checking that you can take the neck a little bit rounder. You're checking that you can let the leg hang. You give him a little touch, and he has quick behind. Then you add in some 10-meter circles. You can walk a little bit the corners. You can walk a 10-meter circle. You can ask yourself the question, can I let my leg hang? Is he speeding up behind? Is he quick? When I kick him, does he go longer in the front leg? He's just doing droppings. If you do a 10-meter circle now, and if, you know, when you encourage him to go more forward, remember, it's all the time you're trying to get the hind leg to walk quicker towards the front leg, yeah? You don't want the neck to change. You don't want a huge front leg. You want a relaxed seat. But yes, you want these hind legs. Do you feel? That's what you want. With a soft hanging leg, you want the neck down more. Get the neck down more. Lower, lower. Get the neck down, long and low. Long and low. Yeah. And a 10-meter circle again. Yeah. Because there the neck is not against you, yeah? That's it. Do you feel that? It starts to fold over. It's hind legs. Good. Hind legs. Hind legs. Whip. Yeah, with the neck down there. And you know, when you whip him and the neck comes up, you know you didn't quite have the neck as perfect as it can be. But he looks good. He's definitely starting better. So you're also looking out for when you do a 10-meter circle or something, or a serpentine, you're checking that the rhythm behind doesn't change too much, and with him it does. Yeah, like not as much as it did on Monday, but he will for some time slow the rhythm when you do a smaller circle. Do you know what I mean? You know, yeah, better. Hands down and relaxed. Neck soft and down. Neck soft and down. Yeah. Good, now slow the walk. Slow the walk with the neck down. Slow the walk. Neck down. Yeah. And the whip. And the whip. And the neck down. And the whip. That's more what you have to do, okay? Because when he starts doing this with the front legs, he's not going to do this. You know what? You've heard me say this about 100 times now. When you kick them in the walk and they get a big front leg and a big, long, enormous stride in front, they won't be using the hind leg. So you need to not go for like an enormously fast and long walk, because the neck will be too long, the front leg will be too big, and the hind leg will just be trailing behind, yeah? So the walk has got to stay quick. It's got to stay quick, but not covering the ground speed necessarily fast. Does that make sense? You know, the time it takes you to get from down the long side doesn't want to be like necessarily super fast, but the hind legs have got to come, you know, walk. That's more important, yeah? So don't be tricked by big long front legs. Change the rein. Good. 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 Pat him. Good boy. Yeah. Yeah, and sit the right. Good. So when he doesn't come around, remember steering with your body is very important. That's good. Good. Neck down. Good. Neck down, circle again. Good. Good. Sit to the right so he comes around in the circle with you. Yeah. So if he makes that circle bigger, which they do to avoid a little bit of weight on the hind leg, use your body to keep it on line. That's good. Good. Okay, the next long side, I want you to do something a bit different. I want you to do a leg yield down the long side to the outside, which we haven't done yet, okay? So you're going to have outside bend and a little bit quarters in. He's just going to go a little bit sideways. Doesn't have to be too dramatic. Outside bend, and use your left leg to put the quarters in. Neck down, neck down, neck down, neck down. Down the long side. Stay on the track. Put his front feet on the track, and put his quarters in. If you listen, that was all explained. You go down the track, and you put his neck to the outside, and you put his quarters in off the track. Left bend, left leg back, yes. Neck down, low wide hands, work the neck down. Work the neck down more to the elbows. Rounder, 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 rounder. Whip now, good. Rounder, whip. Yeah, rounder. Rounder, neck, 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 neck. Don't go too dramatic. Again. So I don't want him coming off the track, yeah? Keep the front legs on the track, the quarters in. It doesn't have to be completely sideways. If you go too much sideways, he's avoiding working. Do you remember when I showed Anna yesterday with the turn on the forehand? When they step out behind, they're not really coming under. You want the left hind leg to come under your seat bone. A little bit more with the quarters. Neck down, whip now. A little bit more with the quarters. Whip, whip, whip. Because there, that one, he only bent the neck and he didn't bring his quarters to the inside. Okay, so that one was only neck bend. Whip, quarters in. Take your left leg back, use the whip. Use the whip, use the whip. Whip. Halt, halt, halt. Yeah.
Did you want like a C shape? I was so...
Just get the quarters in.
Okay.
There, when I grabbed them and used the whip, he didn't put the quarters in. You must stay on the bit. Outside bend, quarters in. Hold. Hold. Push the quarters in. Hold. Push the quarters in off the track. Don't put your right leg back. That won't bring the quarters in. Don't put your right leg back. Left bend. Left bend. Left bend. Do a turn on the forehand now. Hold. Whip. Get the quarters to move. All the way around. All the way around until you're facing the other way. Whip. 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 That's a turn on the forehand. Did you watch me do it with Annie yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. We only did it to just show you what he's not doing, yeah? Because he's not bringing the quarters in the leg yield. He's just going totally straight. So if you do a turn on the forehand, it just shows him how to move away from the leg. Well, he knows how to move away from the leg, but this is your balance. You're sitting slightly in the wrong way. You've got to turn yourself to the left. Quarters in. Quarters in. Straight in the neck. Straight in the neck. Now quarters in. Quarters in. Hold. Yeah, you're set to the left. I want you to sit to the right. A little bit of left bend. Because you want the quarters to go in. Push your left leg back. Whip. Yeah, and then on. Neck down. Yeah. That and walk. Walk like that. That positioning now. Keep it. Yeah. 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 Yeah, and repeat on the next long side. So you keep the neck quite straight with two reins, good, yeah. Yeah, better. Just a little bit to the right, yourself. Yes, better. Straighten the neck a little bit and whip. Whip, whip, whip. Yes. There, at the end. You feel that there at the end? That was good. Once more like that. So you can't do it with too much neck bend.
I'll sit here.
No, sit here, Anna. It's fine. You're there, whichever. Good. Better. You feel?
Yeah.
Now you're getting it. On the bit. Good. Not too much. Not too much. Not too much. Yeah. About there. There. About that much. Do you feel?
Yeah.
Much better. Round of the neck. Round of the neck. Yes. Yes. Okay. Neck down. Good. Straight. Good. Straight. Yeah. Hold. And do a turn on the forehand to the left. Change the round. Neck down. Neck down. Okay. So. Hold. Neck down on the bit. Neck down on the bit. Away from the left. Back. Whip. Whip. Very stiff behind. Yeah. So you need a wee bit more of this, you know, he's become a little bit stiff. Get the neck down. Get the neck really down. Okay, never at the expense of it. Okay, on and walk. So this is a warming up exercise that you can do with them, which is leg you down the long side. At the end, turn on the forehand to change the rally. And now leg you this way. You might need to swap to it over. Remember, never at the expense of the round neck. And if you go too much sideways, this right hind leg will hit the left hind leg. So you want it to come under your seat. So that the right hind leg just coming under your seat. Neck down, good. Good. And walk on straight. So at the moment the rhythm is very awkward and he's totally straight on the short side, yeah, and then now into the leg yoke. Ideally this is done with the same rhythm of the walk. Neck down, soften and give. Stay relaxed, you're not overriding with it. Better. Because if you grip too much in this, then you won't really go either. Do you feel? Yeah, you know, you can actually do this without gripping. Do you feel that? Yeah, neck down, good. Much better. Yeah, and straight. Good, his front legs whip. His front legs come off the track a little bit, but it's not too bad. You need to make room for the neck, not the fence. Once more. Neck, hanging leg, soften through. Little kick. Yeah, neck down, little kick, neck down. Good, and out. Good, and at C, a hold and a turn on the forehand, away from the right leg. Little bit of right flexion. Yeah, good. Good. Whip. Well done. And one more leg here this way. Swap the whip over. Maybe. You might not have to. You might not have to. Turn your hips a little bit on the bit. That's enough. Yeah. Neck down. Neck down. Less is sometimes more, okay? Because going too much sideways, for me is too much sideways. I'd go a little bit less with the quarters. Neck down. A little bit of left bend. A little bit of left bend. A little bit. Neck down. Neck down. Neck down. Neck down. Soften and give, neck down. Right and forward. Whip. Yeah, so he's a little bit unconvinced by that, so you need to just get a wee bit more rhythm. Okay. Just don't do too much. Neck down. Do as much as you can do with the neck down, 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 down. More reins. There. Yeah, if you get the neck round enough, he won't look at things. Yeah. Better. Relax, neck down, 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 down with the neck. Work with the neck, 2 reins, not too much. Good, and then out. Let's see a turn in the forehand, and then leg you the other way. So with a horse that's stiff to warm up, if you warm them up like this in the walk, then by the time you do the first trot, it's completely different. Whip, change the whip over. Hold. Hold. And the turn on the forehand. Neck. Never at the expense of the neck. You have to work harder. When you learn these movements, you will be more worried about how much angle you get. Hold! Don't let him walk like that. Neck down. That's it. Now left bend. Yeah, good. Whip. Whip. This is the way you stick. Good. Not walking out. And hold. And holds at the end of it. So when you do these exercises at the beginning, when you're learning them, you'll be more concerned about how much angle you get because you want it to be really dramatic. But actually you have to understand that going sideways is easy, yeah? And that actually it's hard to go sideways on the bit and the neck round, and it's hard to go sideways and keep the same level of energy. They're the things that are difficult, not the actual going sideways, yeah? Walk on. So you have to limit the amount that you go sideways and keep the same impulsion, keep the same rhythm, keep the same neck. You're better to do a quarter as much with the sideways and have the same softness in the neck and the same rhythm and the same impulsion, yeah? Than to have him really dramatically sideways, but the neck is stiff and he's really slowed down. Does that make sense? That will be the hardest thing for you to remember. Keep the neck down. Keep the neck down. Good. Good. Better. Better. Better with the neck. Better. Better. And better with the impulsion, okay? This is more the point. Okay, this is more the point. Well done. Pat him. Give him a pat there. Good. That was good. So please, when I'm not here, don't get carried away with... Honestly, there is a critical point that they go more sideways and it becomes a fault. They just throw the quarters to the side and it will create other problems, yeah? It just has to be as much that you want, but that you can keep the rhythm, the speed, and the neck round. And it isn't too dramatic. No more angle. He's quite sideways there. You'll see on the video that the point is for the hind leg to come under your seat bone, not to go too much sideways. Okay, out. All right, pop him in. When you're straight, pop him into his first trot now that he's actually over in the neck. Good. 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 Yeah, he starts completely differently then, yeah? He's not lame and hardly moving. Do you remember on Monday when this first trot, he was literally lame and not moving. Keep the neck soft, hanging leg, and keep him round. Good. Good. Very good. Good in the neck though, yeah? Do you feel how much better they are to trot the first time when they've warmed up like that, yeah? We'll do a little bit of that with Rocky. But already he's soft and forward. Do you feel that? Big circle. Get a bit of leg flexion. Yeah, keeping him round. Yes, like that. Very good. Good at it. Well done. Super. Really nice. Well ridden. Large. Very good. Very good. And circle, neck down. Good. Good. Very good. Good, good. Pat him. Do you feel the neck is good? Yeah, because he's actually round, yeah? But he's not on the forehand now? Yeah, he's not as much on the forehand. Change the rein. But he is round and softening the reins. Good. Yeah, that's it. Good. Checking that you can let the leg hang, and if you can't, then you give him a little kick. Kick. Good. And the circle again. Yes, well done. Pat him. Good boy. Good boy. Very good. Lovely. It's so much better. We're going to have a nice little team for these Southeast Asian games, aren't we?
Yes.
The horses, good ride. Nice little teaching, yeah. Very good. Pat him. Good. Nice. You feel a nice little swing when you soften the rein there too? Yeah, very good. Well done. Well done. Okay, down the next long side, I want you to very carefully do a little bit of leg yield to the outside. And you don't need to do this dramatically. Do it half as much as the wall. A slight outside bend, and the quarters a little bit in. Yeah, neck down, little bit, neck down. Good. Soften the neck. Yeah. And out. Good boy, once more. Really don't do too much, okay? He's not used to it. Neck down. Yeah, it's plenty. Think forward, not too much. Support with your right leg. Yeah. Two of the things that happen when people do a little bit of lateral work is that they ride it with one hand, without the neck round, and with one leg. Easiest thing in the world to do is to ride a leg yield with only the left leg, going this way. I'm not actually supporting them with a little bit with the right leg. Change the rein. Because if you push them only with one leg, they can just fall out through the other shoulder. You know, they need to be, fancy trot. He's got his party feet on today.
Yeah.
But this work loosens them up, and the same this way. Neck down, a little bit to the outside, outside leg back, neck down, go rising. Yeah. Now on the video, you will see that when you do that exercise, you're really putting the right hind leg under your seat. Neck down, just a little bit, neck down. Stay relaxed, go rising. Soften them down, soften them down. Okay, now stretch him a little bit more on a circle now. And pat him, give him a good old pat now, because he must be praised and said thank you and well done, because he said yes to you quite nicely there, yeah? When you change your diagonal. Yeah, good. So look to the outside, remember, you sit when the outside front leg goes down. Neck down, good. Thank you. Neck down. Just stretching him now, not doing it again, just stretching him now. On a circle and just patting him and saying well done. If he's had an injury, and these horses that aren't used to doing that, you know, you are using the muscles and the ligaments in the back and the hind legs a bit more. So you need to be careful you don't override these movements a bit, yeah? Don't come out here and work on them for half an hour because it's too much. You can just do a couple each day or 3 times a week, do a couple or something, and then build it up, yeah? And back to walk. This is not the same horse as Monday, yeah? This is really good. He doesn't look lazy and he looks much rounder and more energetic. Sort the neck out there, even if you're doing the earphone. Your riding has got so much better, yeah? You're really effective. Yeah? And you're getting it. You're absolutely getting it. You're riding with skill and with feel and balance, and the horses are going on their own. They like to go for you. And that's a talent, and that is really good. You just didn't have the right technique before, yeah? You were desperately wanting for them to go for you, but it was trying very hard in a little bit the wrong way. And now when you try in the right way, they go easily for you. Both horses do. Very good. Okay. Pick up the reins and do a halt. Now, it is an absolute testament to you and to these very lovely horses that so far we have done the warm-up, leg, yield and walk and trot. You and I have only worked with this horse once, and then I worked with Tata with him. We've not had to halt once. Okay. We've not had to halt once to check the neck, you know, and to make him come through. So that just shows how much more able in the moment you are to be able to make them round. Because really we did a lot of work on Monday, you know, come back to halt, fix the neck, find where it can be, you know, remind yourself and him where the neck should be. Whereas now you're actually fixing it in the movement, and that's in such a short time. And that is a talent. That is a talented rider with feel, which is well done to you, and very good horses. So on Monday we talked about this horse being resistant or burying like it does now. Now, that isn't something that you necessarily have to address, you know, and fix in one day or in 1 week. But focus now in your halt that he gives in without going too down. For me, the hind leg is too far out behind because his hops up behind is stifled. So just walk him forward, whip him now, and again, whip him. Yeah. Right hand, yes, good. 2 more steps. Because he always does, you know, when I see him walk, the first walk, I see what he does in this halt. He would always walk the front leg further out, you know, big long front leg, like this, and the hind legs are sort of trailing along behind. That's why you need to keep him a little bit more contained at the beginning, and in the halts, and in everything. You've got to secure the neck round, and flick and ride the hind leg closer to the front leg. And he doesn't do it so well in the halt. So while you're there, get him to give in without going down. So you'll need a contact to do that. Get the nose in now. Bend to a bent elbow without dropping your hands. In, up and in, up and in. For the purposes of the video, interrupt us and use your range there. Yeah. Close into here. Yeah. Okay. Wait till he gives it in. There. Yeah. He's got to learn to give in. That the only way he knows how to give in is just to go down like that. There, yeah? There, yeah? Keep it. Whip him, whip him, whip him, whip him, whip him, whip him, whip him. Good. Right, now keep him up there. Right, circle. Yeah. Turn across the school to me. And hold. Up. Up and in. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Okay. A little bit less on the curve. Good. Good. Round, round, but not down. There, there. Now trot. Trot like that, going large. Yeah, there. Good, 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 good. Good, good. 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 Slightly shorter rein, hands in front. Good. And he looks a little bit exciting, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, you've got a dressage horse then. You feel the difference? That he's up and in. Your leg hang. Good. 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 On the short side, hold and rein back. The hind leg has to come under. It's very hard for him, yeah? But he's in an uphill structure, which he's not used to. Rein back, lower leg back. And there he sits. Bless him. And walk on and trot. 10-meter circle. Don't be too strong with the reins. Just have him up and in, and don't forget that you've got to soften to him when he's good. You can't just keep pulling him. That's nice though. Okay? This is a much better neck for a test. Yeah, the judges will like that. Because he's round but not burying down, and he's not on the forehand. In the corner, a 10-meter circle again. Good boy. Good boy. And a little bit of leg heel. Tiny bit. Yeah, plenty. Good, good, good. Good use of the left leg. Well done, not too much. And out. Good. Good to that. Hold rein back. Deep seat, deep seat. Hold rein back. Deep seat. Round but not down. There. And back. Soften the neck gently and out. And drop. And a medium trot. Go. Good. And back. 10-meter circle. Okay. Circle. Your hands relaxed. Good. 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 Bend the rein. Round but not down. Good. And 10-meter circle at sea. and then a whole rein back. Now he's really good. Lift down the shoulder and sit right. Sit right. Because this way you make the circle too big. 10-meter circle again. Sit to the right. Bring him around. Lean in. Lean in. He's not allowed to make the circle smaller. Lean in. Lean in. Bring him around. Yeah. Otherwise he won't. Rein back. Good. Good with the hind legs. Well done. Soften again. Good. Good. And drop. Good. Stretch him and pat him. Circle, neck down, really stretch and pat him, because when you start to ride a horse up and in, it's vital that you ride them over the top line as well. So you come back to, like now, a deep, soft neck where you pat him, and you let the leg hang, and he's very soft, and you let the muscles get long again, because they get quite tired when he's working with so much self-carriage, yeah? When he's holding the shoulder up like that and really driving up into the contact, it's quite difficult to change the rein. So it's a bit like going to the gym and doing weightlifting. You do like 5 minutes and then you have to stop and just take a breath and let everything relax and let everything cool down, and then you do another 5 minutes and then you stop again and walk. When you train dressage horses, they are weightlifters, not runners. And when you train dressage horses and you want to make them exciting, it's the same as training a weightlifter. If you train a runner, like a racehorse or an event horse, when they get tired, they can keep running, yeah? Like if you go for a run and you start to get tired, you just run slower, yeah? Or you have a little walk and then you jog again, yeah? But you can keep going for much longer. The neck is way too high. The neck is way too high. Get the neck down, 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 lower, lower. Relax your shoulders and your elbows. Get the neck longer. Just let him take a break in the walk like that. But not lazy, horrible Philippines long rein. I'm about to show you kind of strange walk that I see everywhere, yeah? Not like that. But it is resting. Your shoulders are relaxed, your elbows are relaxed, your hand is down, the neck is round but relaxed, yeah? And you still walk. So if you're training a runner, yeah, they can run a bit slower. Yeah, they run a bit and jog a bit, run a bit and jog a bit, and they can go on for hours. If you train a weightlifter, they lift weights, and this is the truth. They get to the point they can't lift again, right? If you give a big weight to some fella and he starts to lift the weight, and he lifts it, and maybe he lifts it the first time 5 times, he cannot lift it the second, 6th time, yeah? He cannot. He just cannot, right? And so we have to remember that when we're training these horses when they sit. And you'll either injure them, or they will get angry, or they will get very, 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 very economical, and they won't lift the weight. They'll do something else, yeah? They'll drop or slide or fall or stop. And so we have to protect that. You have to remember that in your training. You warm them up correctly, you do an exercise, you praise them, you stretch them, yeah? You pick them up again, you choose a different exercise, like you walk around like you are now, and you'll be thinking to yourself, what would Lisa do now? And you think to yourself, actually, I think probably we've done a lot of the trot and the walk, we haven't cantered yet, so what would be an exercise she might do? You think, right, I'll do my 10-meter exercise, 10-meter walk to canter exercise, that one. And you say, right, I'm going to do that. And you're going to do that 3 or 4 or 5 times on each rein. So maybe you'll do it on the left rein until it feels nice, then you give them a wee rest, change the rein, you'll do it on the other rein. These are the questions that when you're schooling dressage horses properly that you ask yourself, yeah? But don't go on and on and on and on and on when they're actually weightlifting. Like that trot was weightlifting. He was sitting and holding the front up, yeah? He can trot around here for an hour badly, but he can only do 5 minutes at a time like he just did. Does that make sense? Literally 5 minutes at a time, and change around and do a different exercise. Come back to it tomorrow. Know that next week you'll be stronger. You know that the following month you'll be stronger. Build on it. Don't get stuck when you're on your own, carrying on and on and on. If you get stuck with something, ask yourself the question, please, have I gone on too long? Have I prepared it properly? Have I had a stretch? Have I given him a break? Maybe I should change the rein. Maybe I should canter and come back to it. Don't endlessly go on and on and on, because I tell you what will happen. You'll either make them lame, angry, or economical. Yeah? And economical is what I see all the time. They just trot around badly. Whereas when you see horses working with me, they have flashes of brilliance, yeah? They have flashes where they trot better than they ever do, yeah? Moments that are just amazing. So you need to make them precious and build on those little moments. And not just go round and round and round and round and round until it's so economical that nothing is amazing, yeah? It's just average all the time. So gather up and halt and fix the neck. And then we're going to do the walk to canter exercise to get him to sit. Now, it's going to be much harder on this rein probably because his 10-meter circles on the right rein are always wanting to be bigger. Remember now with the feeling, yep, that he's in but not too down. So you need to bend your elbows to do it. He's got to give in with the bent elbow. Up, 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 up. Yep. Carefully. There. Good. Good. He thinks he can only give in by going down. Good. Okay, we'll come. And 10-meter circle and then canter. You're going to have to build on that and work on that. And God knows, because Tata will be riding him a lot of the time. And I don't know whether he's going to ride him in this balance, but there he's good in the walk. Leg off, because remember he's got to be able to feel this aid. Okay? And canter. So, circle now. So that poses the question, does your horse know the difference between the aid to canter and the aid for traver? Quarters in and walk. Your transition to walk should be as you come to the track. Come on the track, come on the track. Remember, you always do this exercise. You do it once, remember, and then you go large a little bit, and now you start your next circle. So, leg hanging, don't take your leg back yet. Whip, make him walk, whip, whip. If you're gripping now, whip him down the shoulder. Sit to the right, so he's not making the circle too big. Carefully, neck down, and 1-8. Good. As you come to the fence, then you'll walk. So if you train these exercises, when you then read a test for your qualifier or an advanced test or an FEI test or the test for November or whatever, and you see simple changes canter through walk, you're like, that's easy. I do it every day, yeah? I know my horse can do it. I know how to do it. I know the right neck. I know the right walk. I know the right positioning. I know the right aid. You don't even have to think about it. Dressage tests become so easy. Yeah, you're like, oh, that, yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that, yeah, I do that. And you just string it all together and you win. It's easy. Yeah, but if you don't do it at home, and this is not perfect, then it won't be. It's an absolute struggle, yeah? So you've got to do the transition to walk as you come to the track. So as you do the 10-meter circle, it should be like here, and then you come onto the track. Not onto the track and then here, because this horse is advanced and he knows canter to walk, as does Rocky. But most horses don't, young horses when you're teaching it to them, or not so balanced horses. And the wall backs them off. Yeah? So in the transition walk to canter, it discourages them going walk, trot, 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 run into canter. Yeah? That's why you do it on the circle as you come to the fence. So they're much more likely to go canter. Yeah? And you do your circle, and then you use the wall to slightly back them off, and then the transition down to walk. So don't do the transitions on the track. Yeah? And you need to be absolutely sure that your transition to canter aid is not, it's not a falling, sliding leg that comes back and then pushes with a turning hip for traver or leg heel. Yeah? Your pelvis stays absolutely straight, because your pelvis should be the thing that really makes most of your lateral work. So if you're not turning your hip, then they won't be confused. That's the first thing, so not turning your hip. Second thing is that when you put the outside leg on, it's a lifting aid with the leg, yeah? So it's a hanging leg, and then it's a canter. And then the third thing is that you then follow with the inside leg to lift the shoulder. So you have a hanging leg, you don't turn your pelvis, and then you lift that way into canter. Okay? So it's lift outside, because it will be outside leg, this diagonal, and then the last canter leg is the near fall. So over the coming weeks and that, you can practice on Rocky and when you get to ride him. And it's really important that your horse knows. Now, if you were wanting trot, it would be both legs even, okay, not turning the pelvis, and you would be asking a little bit with the legs side by side. Whereas the canter, it's back, lift, and then the inside leg. So it goes outside hind leg, shoulder, 1-8, yeah? And if he doesn't get it, you have to repeat it until he does get it, but don't change your aim, And so that until because there'll be a little bit of it that he finds it a wee bit hard. He's a bit lazy, a wee bit stiff with it. Okay, walk on and just repeat. And this, whip, whip, whip. Good, do it at A. Now that I've explained the canter aid, having said all of that, it's got to be yours, okay? It's got to be yours. It's got to be something that that's how I visualize it and I explain it and I feel it. But it'll be specific to you. Don't take your leg back too early. Okay, and then outside leg and then inside leg. And walk. Neck down. Whip, whip. Leg hanging, don't take your leg back yet. And then outside leg back, lift. Perfect. That was perfect. Keep the neck round, good. And then the walk. But we don't do the downward transition with the reins. Yeah, we do it with the seat. Otherwise you get that feeling there where he just blocks in the front. And then he stops behind. Neck down, hanging leg, whip down the shoulder, whip down the shoulder, and again, no leg, neck down, good, hands down, neck down, hands down, neck down, hands down, neck down, good, once more this way. It will take a few weeks for you to really find this really natural. And because he's lazy in the walk in a 10-metre circle anyway, it makes it hard for you. I mean, the first day I said to you, all of your horses here, good, are also lazy in a 10-metre circle. They'll go if you're going large, but if you do a small circle, they won't go. So I know, before I'm asking you to do it, that that's going to be a problem in the walk to canters. So when I've been here 5 minutes and I see a horse walking around and I see the hind leg slow a little bit in the 10-metre circle, and I'm going on and on about how bad that is, and everybody's like, but it is important because, like, how can he feel a really clear walk to canter transition aid when you're booting the hell out of him to walk in a 10-metre circle, yeah? He's got to, they have to, neck down, they have to walk as actively in a 10-metre circle or a corner or a walk pirouette. You know, in a more advanced test, you have to do walk pirouette, then canter. Oh my God, if you're kicking for basic walk, tell me how you do a walk pirouette one way, a walk pirouette the other way, and then a clear transition to canter. That's why they put that in the Pre-St. George, you know? Actually, they've changed it now, like extended walk, isn't it? But that's why they do it. Because if you're using all of your leg for the walk, change the rein, then and then you'll use 50 times more walk for the walk pirouettes with the outside leg back, remember? So walk pirouette would be turning, outside leg back, outside leg back, outside leg back. Then you put outside leg back for canter. Oh my God, that really tests whether the horse knows if you're pushing the quarters sideways or if you're putting a leg aid on back for canter. So it forces you to ride properly. It forces you to train your horses properly. Yeah, so all of these things are important. Right, 10-metre circle and then the transition to canter. Keep the neck round. You might need to play a tape in the indoor arena, maybe on an MP3 player or something. Neck. When I've gone. The neck, the neck, the neck. Good. Good. And circle.
What's that sound?
Good. Don't forget to do the transition back, facing the fence so that you can use your seat. Yeah, you want the downward transition. Don't take your leg back yet. Neck down. Okay. And the canter. Good. Circle. And you do the transition down with your seat facing the wall. No hand and the seat. Much better. Right, pat him and stretch him. Did you feel how he sat a little bit more in that transition? It was a little bit more from your body. Get the neck down. That's it. So we're going to do a serpentine now of canter walk transitions with a serpentine, which is infinitely more difficult than what you've just done, but it is an exercise that we're going to practice. So I want you to do a turn now, and anywhere in the corner, I want you to do a transition canter, neck down, kick him, whip. You're going left at the end, you're going left at the end, and you're going to canter, and then you're going to do a serpentine of 3 loops with a transition to walk, across the centre line. And walk now. Walk forward and strike off right. Good. Lovely. Snap down. Then flexion. Right, so if that was in a test, the judge would be very hard pushed to mark that down. You know, they do it again. They wouldn't be able to be too critical because you had very clear neck down, very clear transitions, very well balanced over the centre line. The horse is collected and round, and you're riding it with your seat. Yeah, neck down, good, and the transition change again. Walk, no problem, and walk. Left flexion, outside leg gate, timing. Repeat once more. So you've got to make sure that you ride the aid in the timing of the canter, not half a stride early or late. Feel it, feel it. Yes. To feel it. Neck down. Good. Good. Neck down. Good. Good. Now stretch him in the canter. So on Monday I thought this horse's canter was too galloping and flat and not collected. But the work, circle, circle and the stretch, circle and the stretch. Don't ever stretch going large. I don't think any of our horses are quite collected enough to canter and stretch going large without going flat and long and galloping and going on the forehand. So always a 20-metre circle so that you keep the body a bit short as you let the neck down. Pattern. Very important that these horses do a stretch in the canter to relax the back muscles as well because they've worked hard. And voice back to trot in the stretch. Trot. Ride him forward again. Ride him forward. Whip, whip. This is Tata. He does this. He makes all of them go canter walk instead of canter trot. So voice back.
Oh.
Click. Click. He's got a real problem with this. Good. There you go. We did it. You know, he's got a major problem with that, and you know, we worked on that a little bit, and he realised then that he did. But both Rocky and Amsterdam do that, and it's got to be addressed. Canter in the stretch again and repeat. Canter. One circle, pattern, and you've got to use your voice so that you still ride him forward. I don't want you to, you know, if you touch him with the whip if he's going to back off too much, yeah? So you can stop grinding with your seat or following with the hip. Keep the neck down, and just use voice to trot. No pulling. Oh, think forward, shoulders with him. Whip now, good. There you go, much better. Change your aim, we'll do it once the other way. So the work is very correct and that problem is disappearing, but I don't want it to come back next week, yeah? Change the rein and we'll stretch him the other way in the canter and do the transition down as well. Good. Stretch down and canter. Stretch down, good. Allow him a little bit more down. Good. This way. Don't pull back, don't pull back. Don't pull back. Let this horse canter on its own. Hands in front. Hands in front. Neck down. Outside hand down. Yeah. And then voice back to trot. No pulling, shoulders going with him. Neck down. Neck down, neck down, whip now, whip now, whip now, good, whip, whip now, and canter again, good, once more, good, good. You've got to drive over the back, this is not lazy work, now the front leg comes out a bit more, don't pull back, whip, keep the horse cantering in front of you, yeah, like that, then he comes into a much better shape, good, and on the open time circle, voice back to top, still riding forward, neck down, good, good boy. Yeah, good, that's a good boy. Good, so that's changed a lot. Back to walk. That's enough for a bit. You've done a great job, yeah? Well done. The whole new world. He's very good, you know? It's only his third session this week, and you know, he's really, really going well. You know, this trained and ridden like this, the horse would, you know, really develop into a really nice advanced horse for him or you or someone, her, whatever. And I know he has done it before and things, but He'll get back there again, yeah? Maybe even better than it was.
Okay na? Pwede na?